Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is your teacher from Smilia Youth Services Schools. Today you are going to take another class of English for class 10. Before starting, please let me know if you can hear me. By raising your hand, let me know if you can listen to me. Okay, thank you students. You can listen to me. Let's start today's class, but before I will give you some instructions. You must be attentive during the class because it's about grammar. You should have required stationery, pencil, copy. Okay, ask questions after complete explanation. Do not ask question or raise hand during the class. Don't turn on your videos during class. Do the home task properly in your test copy. Okay, sorry, not test copy, in your fair copy. Okay. So today's topic is about grammar, and the topic is narrations, direct and indirect narrations. You are familiar with the topic, but once again you are going to learn it, or you can say it's a kind of revision you are going to do. Okay, let's start. What is narration? The art of reporting the words of a speaker is called narration. Narration means when we narrate someone's words. Someone can be ourselves also. We can also narrate our own words or someone else's words. Sometimes we are talking to the second person directly and we are narrating his or her word. Sometimes we are talking to second person and narrating the words of the third person. And sometimes we are talking to the second person and narrating the words of our own. So narration actually reports the words of a speaker. There are two main ways of reporting the words of a speaker. When we report the words of a speaker, we do it in two ways. One is called direct speech or direct way, and the second one is called indirect speech. So these are the two ways, and we have to learn. Basic is direct. We first learn direct, and then we learn how to quote the same narrated words into indirect speech. So this you are going to learn. Okay. Direct speech. What is direct speech? In this form, the actual words of the speaker are put in quotes. Means there's no change. Exactly what was said. We just say in the same words. That's why we close the quote or the words into inverted commas. Example you can see. Rama said, I'm very busy now. So I'm very busy now was exactly said by the person named Rama. And inverted commas, or these are called also quotation marks, are showing that these words were exactly without any change were said by the speaker. Okay. Indirect speech. In this form, the actual words of the speaker are transformed and said or written in a simple manner. Means transformed means we make some changes that are quite logical. Change does not mean that we change the matter, we change the actual fact or what the speaker was saying. We change actually different kinds of words just to narrate it indirectly, and that is quite logical. That is associated with human nature, as we do in our daily life. When we narrate someone's words, we prefer indirect speech, and automatically we say these things or these kinds of sentences into indirect speech. Okay, so it automatically happens. It's not something to learn typically. Automatically we do. But English is a foreign language. That's why you have to learn the rules and patterns to change it. Otherwise, in your own language, you automatically do it. And when you are acquainted with English, when you are well versed in English, you can easily do it. You very without thinking over it, you do it. Okay. Different parts of direct and indirect speech. Direct and indirect speech has some parts and they are called differently. How? Reporting speech. The first one is reporting speech. Reporting speech means the first part in the direct speech is called reporting speech. That is normally written without normally always written without inverted commas. As we say, he says, he said, she said, the doctor said to the patient. This part is called reporting speech. The second part is called reported speech. What is the difference between reporting speech and reported speech? The second part of the sentence, which is closed in inverted commas or quotation marks, is called reported speech. It means what the speaker said or is saying or says or will say. The quotation of the speaker that we close into inverted commas is called reported speech. That is more important because what the person is saying, that thing is important. Reporting speech a little less important than reported speech, and most of the changes we do in reported speech. Sometimes we do some changing in reporting speech, but most of the changes we do in reported speech. Okay. Reporting verb. The verb of the reporting speech, the first part, is called the reported verb. Like as we say, she says to the doctor, to say is reporting verb. My mother said to me to go school. So here said is reporting verb. My sister yelled to help her. Here yelled is reporting verb. Reported verb. Similarly, verb of the reporting speech is called reporting verb. So, verb of the reported speech is called reported verb. The verb of the reported speech is called the reported verb. They are in different tenses. They are in different kind of sentences. We change the verb or we change some other words accordingly. But it's not necessary to change the reported verb always. Okay, so reported verb, reporting speech, and reported speech are now clear. These are the four parts of. There are actually two parts, and uh, these are called the verbs. These two are. This slide is about the verb of reporting and reported speech because verb is very important. We change verb means we change the tense sometimes in reported speech as well. Some of the rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech are: number one, reporting verb is changed according to the form and sense of the sentence. There are different kinds of sentences, so we change the sentence according to its form and the sense, what kind of sense it has given here, it is in it. So we change accordingly. But reporting verb is also changed according to the nature, of reported speech. What kind of sentence is in reported speech? Sometimes we put the change reporting verb, and that actually indicates what kind of sentence is going to be joined with reporting speech. What kind of reported verb is going to be joined with reporting speech or reporting part of speech. Okay, part of sentence. Number two, inverted commas are removed. This is so easy. Inverted commas are removed in the indirect speech. When we change direct into indirect, we change the inverted commas. So simple. I think this is. Number three, connective, or you can say conjunctions. Word is used in the beginning of the reported speech. When we join reporting speech and reported speech, so we put what? First, we separate them with a comma. But when we change into indirect speech, we omit comma and we put a connective. We put a conjunction. But there are different connectives we have to use for linking the two parts, reporting speech and reported speech. Later on, I will tell you. Okay. So, connective means the words to join the two parts, reporting speech and reported speech, or you simply can say a kind of conjunction we put. Okay. Verb of the reported speech is changed according to the form and sense of the sentence. Again, we change sometimes the verb of reporting speech as so as to clear the nature of reported speech. That is little common. That is sometimes we do. But verb of the reported speech is many times changed. We change it, and when we change it, you have to say. Okay, further you will learn. Number five, pronouns and adverbs. These adverbs are related to time and places. of the reported speech are changed. The adverbs related to time and uh, place, we change them. And there is a list I'm going to share with you. And you know very well, it's a revision. So we change that adverbs, and pronouns we also change. That is a basic change. The change of pronoun is always done. Okay, that is something we always do. Okay, let's see some very simple examples. For example, she says, I eat an apple a day. So how will we change? She says that she eats an apple a day. What we did here, you can see we have omitted inverted commas, quotation marks. There is no that. We have added that. This is a connective or a linking word. She. Here we can say the pronoun is I. But what we are doing, we are changing it with she. And then she eats an apple a day. There is no more change required. Number two, you can see he will say my brother will help her. Okay, you can see he will say will remain he will say, but we are adding that is a connective to join the two sentences. Then his brother, my brother has become his brother, will help her. No need of change of tense because we have future tense in reporting speech. Then we said we go for a walk every day. Here we said we are continuing the same. We said that that is a connective. We went for a walk every day. One more change you can see here is the change of tense, go and went. But why we are doing it later on, I'm gonna tell you. Just I'm sharing these examples. You say I went to London yesterday. You can see you say will not be changed. We are putting that is connective. In place of I, we are changing the pronoun you, and this is accordingly. It's not that we are changing we are feeling like putting you. There is a rule. We have to put you here. Okay, you went to London the previous day. Previous day, we are changing yesterday with the word previous day. Achha, one correction you have to do. You went to London is not correct. Actually, you had gone to London, there should be. Okay. Details of the changing rules. Now, the sentences which I shared with you, I'm going to tell you the details. Pronouns. These are different pronouns. These are nominatives. Forms of these pronouns I, we, you, he, she, they, and one more is it. These are their possessive forms. I, the possessive form is my, are, yours, his, her, their. These are their objective forms. You can see I, me, we, us. You know very well, these are very common things. And this is the list of their reflexive forms, reflexive pronouns, myself, ourselves, yourself, himself, herself, and themselves. So I'm just showing you pronoun to remember them. Ke these are. I is which person pronoun? First person pronoun. We is which person pronoun? First person pronoun. You is second person pronoun. He, she, and they. They are third person pronoun. Once again, remember, I and we, they are first person pronoun. You, second person pronoun. He, she, they are called third person pronouns. Okay, I'm just making you remember because it will help you to understand better. I know you know very well, but just to make you remember. Okay. Pronouns are changed according to a rule designated as son, where it's a shortcut just to remember the rule. S, if you take S, stands for subject, O for object, N for no change. And I think you have learned this already. S for subject, O for object, and for the, in such a way it is son, S-O-N, son. According to son, first person changes to subject of reporting verb. First person changes to subject of reporting verb means when the first person pronoun is in the reported speech, so we see the subject of reporting verb. Secondly, second person. If we see second person in reported speech, so we see the object of the reporting verb. And when there is a third person, we don't see here and there. We just carry it on in the same way. There is no change. And for no change, there is no change when there is a third person. Okay. Again, First person pronoun of reported speech is changed according to the subject of reporting verb. Example is here. She says, I am in 10th class. She says that. Up to this, you can understand. She says we will continue. We will put that. That is a connective. We will omit inverted commas. Now, I. I is which person pronoun? First person pronoun. So, what we are going to see? First person according to subject of reporting speech. What is the subject of reporting speech? She. So, what we are going to put here? She. That's why she is in 10th. Clear? Now, another example. I say, we will repeat I say, connective, that I am an honest. Now, I say I am an honest. I is first person, so we will see what? Subject of the reporting speech, that is I. So, we will contain I because that is also I. So, we are going to do no change here. Got it? I think it's clear. Okay. Rule number 2. Second person pronoun of reported speech. Second person is you. Change according to object of reporting verb. As first person is according to subject of reporting speech. Second person according to object of reporting speech. Okay. See. She says to me, you have done your work. She tells me, we are changing says into tells, that we can do, not necessary, we can contain says as well, but for putting say, for putting tell in place of say, there must be object. To me is here, that's why we can change it into tells, because in the reporting speech to me the object is given, so we can change it into tell, but it's up to us, not necessary to change. She tells me that, this is connective. Now, the subject is second person pronoun. So, the second person pronoun is you, and we will see the object. What is the object? Me. Me is object. This is objective form. I showed you objective and nominative. That's the reason. Okay, remember, this is objective form. We are putting in place of the subject. So, what is the subjective form of me, or nominative of me? I. So in place of me, you, we are putting I, because the object of reporting speech is me. That's why we are putting I. That is its nominative form. We are putting in the place of subject. I have done my work. Why we didn't change the tense? Because the reporting speech is in present tense. Okay, second sentence. She says to her, you have done your work. Now, you is second person again, the subject of the reported speech. So, we will see the object of the reporting speech, that is her. So, here we are going to do, she tells her, in place of says, we are putting tell. Okay, she tells her that, connective to omit inverted commas, and then in place of her, that is objective yes, objective form, we are writing its nominative or the subjective form. She has done her work, because she is a singular verb, so we are putting in place of have, we have to put has. This is about grammar. Present perfect tense, you know very well. With singular verb, we put singular verb. Has is a singular verb. Clear? In place of you, we are putting she, because you is a second person pronoun, and we change it according to the object of reporting speech, that is her, and its nominative. When to put it in place of subject, so we write down in the nominative form, that is she. Okay, let's move on. Rule number 3. Third person pronoun of reported speech is not changed. No change in third person. He says he does not work hard. So here it's third person. He says that he does not work hard. We are not going to change the pronoun. Only what we are doing, inverted commas we have to omit, and that's why we have to put the connective. Similarly, everybody says they have spoken the truth. They is a third person pronoun. That's why everybody says that they have spoken the truth. Okay. Rules of change of verb. This is a little difficult. Rule number 1. If reporting verb is given in present or future tense, then there will be no change in the verb or tense of reported speech. This is so clear. No more details of it. Only if the reporting verb, say, tell, or whatever the reporting verb if that verbs of uttering, actually utterance, if that verb is in present tense, so we are not going to change the verb of reported speech. Present and future, you have seen the sentences before where it was says, we did not change the tense. Okay, rule number 2. If reporting verb is given in past tense, then the tense of the verb of reported speech will change into corresponding past tense. The teacher said. Now you can say this is in past tense. This word is in past tense. I am suffering from fever. So the teacher said. Said we will remain the same because we don't have object here. So said will remain said. That, to omit commas, connective. She was. In place of I, we are putting she, because I is first person, teacher is a lady, so we are putting she. It's not necessary teacher is a lady, but it means that the person knows that teacher is a lady, so he or she we can put here. So she was. In place of am, what we are doing, present simple, we are changing, sorry, present continuous, we are changing into past continuous. Okay, now see, this is a list I'm showing you. There are some other examples of you can put more kind of sentences. For example, present simple we change into past simple, present continuous, past simple, past perfect, present perfect, past perfect. You can see all three present we change into the corresponding past. Indefinite into indefinite, simple into simple, you can say continuous into continuous, and perfect into perfect. What about past simple? Past simple we change into past perfect. uh, there is not written, but I'm telling you, past continuous we change into past perfect continuous, as past simple change into past perfect, so past continuous change into past perfect continuous. If it's will, we change will into would. Bare infinitive means first form of verb. Okay, would plus first form of verb. If it's past future perfect, have is actually first form of verb. Afterward we put have, that is first form of verb, that is bare infinitive. Can we change into could, have to into had to. Imperative if we have, so we change to infinitive. To infinitive means to and first form of verb. Okay, some exceptions with the tense of the reported is when the tense of the reported speech is not changed. Okay, exception number 1. If reported speech has universal truth or habitual fact, then there is no change. If we are talking about a universal truth, no change in the tense whether the reporting speech is in past tense. You can see our teacher said the earth is round. Here, the reporting speech is in past tense, but see the answer. Our teacher said that the earth is round. We are not changing is into was because this sentence is a universal truth. Okay, exception number 2. If reported speech has past historical fact, then there is no change in the tense. Similarly, as we say the universal truth, so past historical facts are also kind of universal truth, so we cannot change. Our teacher said, it's in past tense, Asoka left war after the conquest of Kalinga. Our teacher said that Asoka left war after the conquest of Kalinga. We are not going to change this simple past into past perfect because Asuka left war after the conquest of Kalinga is a past historical fact. So we cannot change the tense. This is simple past. We don't need to change into past perfect because of being historical fact. Next, this is something important to understand, girls. If reported speech has two actions to be happening at a time, two actions happening at a time, there is no change in the tense. How? Just understand. He said, my wife was making lunch when I was studying. My wife was making lunch when I was studying. It means husband was studying, wife was making lunch. The actions were being done at a time. Both were doing their work at a time, at the same time. So he said that his wife, in place of my, we are changing the pronoun. Okay? Okay, his wife, this is possessive form, his wife was making lunch when she was studying. Why don't we change? Just listen very carefully. Was making lunch, if we change it according, so what we can do, both the past continuous we have to change, past perfect continuous to perfect continuous we cannot write together, it will make confusion. If we change one into perfect continuous, okay, it was he was studying. Sorry, it's she is not correct here. It's he. He was studying. So why can't we change perfect continuous? So sorry, if we change one into perfect continuous and one into present, it means the actions were not being done at a time. So in such a way, it will make confusion. That's why we cannot change the sense of these two sentences, the two actions which were being done at a time. Got it? This is very important, a change, a different something for you. Exception 4. If reported speech has some imagined condition, then there is no change in the tense. Conditional sentences you have learned. There are three kind of conditional sentences. Two are about the past, second and third. So you can see, if I were rich, I would help him. This is second conditional, and second conditional is called untrue conditional because we just imagine to make someone understand what we want to say. Otherwise, the condition was not fulfilled ever. Okay, she said that if she were rich, he would help her. We are not going to change the tense, we are just changing the pronoun accordingly, or any other change if required. Otherwise, no change of tense we need to do. Okay, exception number 5. If reported speech contains had, third form, yani past perfect, to past perfect will remain past perfect. To infinitive and would means would and would plus first form. So we change will into would, but if there is already would, so we cannot change it further. Could, should, must, might, ought to, etc. These are different modal verbs, so we don't change them. Example is here, she said to me, you should obey your elders. So what we are doing, said to me, object is here, so we are putting told in place of said. She told me that, connective. In place of you, we are putting I, because you is second person. We will change according to the object, me. I should obey my elders. We are changing pronouns, we are omitting inverted commas, but we are not going to change the tense. Okay, now some other small changes that used to take place while changing direct speech. As we said, some adverbs related to time and place. Here we change into there. Actually, we are making them distant words. They are near words. We make them distant words. Now into then, this into that. If we already have there, then, and that, they will keep intact. They will not be changed further. But here can be changed into there, now into then, and this into that, these into those. But already if those words is there, we cannot change it further. Today, that day. Tonight, that night. Yesterday, the previous day. Last night, the previous night. Last week, the previous week. Tomorrow, the next day. Next week, the following week. Ago into before. Okay, some important points to remember, to keep in your mind. Inverted commas are omitted in indirect speech. This I have told you many times, but one more time I'm making you remember. Okay, inverted commas we omit and we put connective in place of that inverted comma. Connectives like that, to, if, whether are added to join the reporting speech and the reported speech. When we join them, we omit comma, we omit inverted commas, and we join them with any connective that might be different according to the nature of the reported speech. Kind of sentence that has in the reported speech that you will learn tomorrow, inshallah. Commonly, we use that. In imperatives, we use to. If we use in questions, whether we use in questions. Okay, reported speech in changing direct narration into indirect narration. Number 3, reporting verb, double G by mistake it is. Reporting verb is sometimes changed according to the nature of reported speech in changing direct speech. As we says, we are learning imperatives. We are doing the indirect of imperative, and the imperative shows that it is about an order. So we change says or said into ordered. We refer the reporting verb, we refer the reported speech, nature of reported speech by changing the reporting verb. Okay, by changing the reporting verb, but we don't do this always. It is conditional. Sometimes we do, or we can do. Sometimes we don't have option to do. We have to contain the same word, say or said. Okay, it's not necessary to change. So these are some more important points to remember. Okay, girls, this is not over yet. There are some more details that you will continue, inshallah, tomorrow. Okay, these are different details that you will continue tomorrow and learn some different details. Sentence wise, I will tell you how to change different sentences, because these are basic rules, and tomorrow you will learn according to the 5 sentences. Okay, so don't get worried. Okay, it's not complete or it's not over yet. We will continue the topic tomorrow. I hope you have got. So this is all from my side. Allah Hafiz. Take care. Okay.